What's up, YouTube? My name is Alex, and I am the JK Friar Piper here, coming to you live from beautiful Chula Vista, California. Um, I'm super excited, mainly because I just decided to, begin this channel on a whim. Um, Over the last month or so, I got back into pipe smoking, and just to give you guys full disclosure, I'm not a tobacco expert. I'm not an expert in pipes. I'm just simply an average Joe, just picking up this new habit here, if you want to call it that. And I've just had nothing but an amazing experience, and I would like to encourage some of you who have thought about also getting into pipe smoking just to give it a shot. So it was 4th of July, and I was having some burgers, some brats over by the marina, and just enjoying the time with my fiance and her family. And I was like, you know what? Why not start a channel where I can, teach some of these newbies, if you will, how to get started, and maybe build a community of followers as well. Maybe I'll inspire you to start your own channel, and we can follow each other through the journey. So super excited. Again, I was actually in my Jeep smoking some of Dunhill's early morning pipe, and quarter of the bowl in, honestly, I was just like, you know what, F it. I just put the pipe down, grabbed my smartphone, which is what I'm recording this video on, laid out my entire kit here for you guys, and I'm just ready to talk to you about, how I got started and then what you'll need to get going. So I'll show you my kit. I'll show you the tobaccos that I've purchased that I want to try, and then I'll show you the tools that I'm using now to to help me through a smoke session. Okay, because trust me, I used the wrong tools in the past, and it just horrible. All right, so first thing I'd like to do is show you my first pipe. This is made from a company called Peterson. Right, they're based out of Ireland. In fact, on the bottom here, it will say made from the Republic of Ireland. This is Peterson's Emerald 05 Rustic Briar Pipe. As you can see, it's rusticated here around the bowl. You've got a bent stem, and a nice little, brass ring as well. This features their proprietary P-lip system. I really can't tell the difference. Obviously for folks who have been smoking for years, they'll be able to tell you if this is a superior, smoking system, but I have no problem with it. I think it does smoke pretty cool if you take your time. If you rush through it, this will get extremely hot. There is an old tip, of course, that you can stick to as a guideline. For example, they said if it's put your pipe to your face and it feels super hot or burns you, you're smoking too fast, right? It should just be lightly warm, comfortable enough for you to hold throughout your entire smoke, okay? So that's the Peterson. Next up is my Savinelli. This is made by an Italian company. This is the Roma Lucite K73 KS. And what I love about this is the size of the bowl. I played baseball, so I was that kid that would, roam around the house or halls of school with a baseball in his hand, right? And that's just simply what I get. It's just, I feel like I'm holding a baseball, or, something equivalent to this size would be a golf ball for a lot of you golfers. If you're walking around with a golf ball in your pocket, you're probably going to like this freaking pipe right here. Got a nice size bowl. That's the Savinelli Roma Lucite. Third pipe is also a Savinelli. This is a pretty popular model here. It's the 320. This is an unfinished series. Again, for some of you that are just getting started, I definitely recommend you picking up the unfinished line from Savinelli. They come for about half the cost typically. So rather than spending $100 or more, you can get one of these for 60 bucks. Just the only difference is it doesn't have the pretty stem or the pretty, polish, right? The pretty briar, rusticated finish. It's just a simple pipe. Since it's big, I had to buy one of these little pipe condom things, right? Just because it's heavy. So if you're clenching on the pipe, I don't want to, completely scratch up my stem. So this is going to help add a little bit of protection as well. So that's my Savinelli 320 KS. Now, as far as tobacco blends, again, I was sitting in my Jeep enjoying my smoke and got the idea to create this channel. But this is Dunhill's Early Morning Pipe. Love this. It's pretty mild medium. Definitely, this is what I was using to, to break myself into the world of pipe smoking. It's not harsh by any means. Nice sweet tones. It's not an aromatic, so if that's what you're into, don't start with this. This I think is a good one to break into and get into. It's an English blend. Next up is Savinelli's own tobacco line. This one's called the Blonde Oro. This one has more of like a citrusy kind of note to it. Also medium. I like it. I've enjoyed it. I've only smoked one bowl of it. So of course I plan on smoking more and bringing you guys a review on this one as well. Next up are two that I haven't tried yet. This is Bell's Three Nuns. This was said to be similar to this one, the Savinelli de Blonde Oro. Really looking forward to it. I have no idea what to expect out of this, so obviously I'll bring you more later. Next up is McClellan's Blend. This is Frog Morton's Cellar. I just cracked it open and man, it's got that awesome smell of whiskey right from the get-go. I just love the way this tobacco smells, so I cannot wait to smoke this. All right, so far I've showed you my pipes, I've showed you my tobacco. Next up I'll show you a few tools that you definitely need to pick up that are necessary. Number one, you could probably use this if you have to, okay? You can definitely use a big lighter, absolutely. But at some point you want to upgrade to a pipe or a lighter that's dedicated for pipe smoking. Like this one here, Zippo. You should know who Zippo is, right? They're iconic, been around for years. It just so happens that they've made one for pipe smoking. So you notice there's a hole drilled in the center here, and then a little metal cap. So this is designed, so if you're lighting your pipe, you can tilt it down this way. You breathe in, and the flame comes down, right? It'll light your tobacco. And I'll show you a video on that as to why that's important versus having the flame directly on the tobacco. Another tool I use, you don't need this right away, but at some point you will. I put this in the center of my ashtray. So after I'm done smoking, I just take the end of my pipe, tap it onto the cork, and then tobacco, or all the loose tobacco will fall right out. Okay, because what you don't want to do is take your tobacco and slam it against the plate or the table, right? You want to be really careful. You definitely don't want to hold it by the stem. You want to hold it by, the bowl, right? The end of the whatever the heck you call that piece. All right. And then an essential tool you have to have is the check tool. It's called the check tool because it's made in Czech Republic, but you've got a spoon so you can scrape out, the tobacco that's in there, right, when you're done smoking. You have this other tool, which is kind of cool, your little poker, which you can use to, get any tobacco that's stuck, inside the hole, inside the bowl there. Or, if you want to loosen up some of the tobacco because maybe you packed it in too tight, you've got your little poker. And then finally, you've got your tamper. You're going to probably use this, I don't know, I'm just throwing a number out there, maybe 5 to 10 times through your smoke, because as you go through the bowl, you want to keep that tobacco tamped nice and not too tight. but enough to where you provide that char all the way through to the end of the bowl. And then once you're done smoking and your pipe has cooled down, you want to use these guys. So you definitely want to buy a bag of pipe cleaners. Okay, you're basically going to use that to get any leftover residue, and you want to take care of your pipe, right? It's just simple. This is going to be a major investment, and you want to make sure you're covered and you're taking care of your items, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've showed you guys my pipes, I've showed you guys my tobacco, I've showed you guys my tools. Now, I do want to let you guys know that I just decided to start this channel on the whim. So I apologize if you wanted me to go through the every specification of the pipes or every specification on or taste of the tobacco or these tools. But again, this was just to introduce myself and the why behind creating this channel, the kit that I'll be using, and 3, I want to inspire you to get out there and get into pipe smoking. So I promise you I will get you guys some more content, but feel free to add some comments below. Let me know what it is you want to hear, what it is you want to know. That way, this is basically a channel fostered by you and your needs and your wants. Again, my goal is to inspire you to also get into this beautiful habit of pipe smoking. I've enjoyed every single smoke thus far, and I know you will too. So again, my name is Alex. I am the J.K. Fryer Piper from Chula Vista, California. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.